How can a perfume express the idea of black? After all, black is originally a visual experience. We see black, we wear black, and we associate it with mystery, coldness, death, and even power. But perfume is invisible. It has no color, only scent. So when a fragrance calls itself black, what exactly is it trying to express? And today's fragrance, Comme Garçons Black, is to me an extremely successful translation of blackness into scent. Let me give it a try. Actually, I own this bottle for a couple of years, and every time when I smell it, I feel a little sad. I feel its blackness is not romanticized blackness. It's not the Gothic theatricality, and it's not this heavy atmosphere created merely to construct a mysterious persona. And what it does is build an invisible boundary around the body. Yohji Yamamoto once said, "The black is modest and arrogant at the same time. It is lazy and easy, but also mysterious. The most fundamental attitude of black is, I do not bother you, and you do not bother me." I think this sentence could almost be used directly as the olfactory description of Comme Garçons Black. Because this is not a perfume that tries hard to radiate charm or invite others closer. It is more like a black wall built around your body. Incense, birch, smoky woods. I feel like I can even smell a little bit of ink even though it is not listed on the notes. And none of these are invitations, they're refusals. What I find most interesting about this perfume is how it uses materials after burning to express blackness. Incense is the smell of wood after it has been lit. Birch, especially the tar, is the dark substance left behind after resin and wood have been treated with heat. The blackness of black is not an innate blackness, but a blackness produced after fire. It is not the black of night, but the black of ash, the black of charcoal, smoke, and scorched wood. This perfume has a very deep, heavy texture. And these are not bright, airy, diffusive smells that rise upward the moment you spray them. Instead, they seem to sink into the skin. So this layer of blackness is an absorbent black. A black with weight. It smells more like an armor. It is not designed to make you appear sexy, glamorous, or approachable. Instead, it creates an additional boundary between you and the outside world. Black clothing hides the contours of our body. Black perfume hides the labels of personality. Perfume often creates an identity that can be socially recognizable. Sweet, sexy, clean, sunny, elegant, wealthy, young, gentle, etc., etc. But Comme Garçons Black does the opposite. It refuses these social labels. Many perfumes help a person become readable. And sometimes we wear certain types of fragrances because we want us to be readable. So for example, if you wear a white floral, people may read seduction. If you wear a fruity perfume, people may read usefulness. If you wear a soap mask, people may read cleanliness, etc., etc. But what makes black special is that it makes the person unreadable. It is not sweet. It is not soft, not bright, not intimate. It is more like a black oversized coat wrapping up the body, emotion, and identity all at once. And others can see you, but they cannot easily explain you. If we place it within the Japanese cultural context, then the incense aspect of this bottle black becomes even more complex. In Japan, black is not merely cool, minimal, or avant-garde. It is also connected to death, mourning, impurity, and concealment. So especially when incense appears, this blackness is no longer only visual, it becomes the blackness of a ritual space. What it brings to mind is not the Western Gothic darkness of cemeteries, blood-red roses and vampires. It's not that theatrical, but it is something much quieter. Temples, ashes, old wood, silent rooms, and smoke that remains in the air even after the burning has ended. And Garçons Black is not a horrific black. It is a solemn black. It does not try to frighten people. It asks them to become very, very quiet. So perfume is usually about presence, right? And when someone wears perfume, in a certain sense, they are announcing into the air, I am here. And Garçons Black is not the same. It's very strange. It clearly contains smoke, wood, leather. All of these notes are strong materials. But what it ultimately creates is not a sense of expansion, but a sense of contraction. It does not push you toward the crowd. It withdraws you from the crowd. The concept of blackness is really, really difficult to recreate in perfume because scent itself is already a form of presence. But black as a color often implies absorption, silence, and absence. So once a perfume is smelled, it has already broken the silence of blackness as a color. So what the perfumer must really do is not simply pile up dark material, heavy material, but use highly present smells to create the feeling of not wanting to be here, not wanting to be present. And this is where Garçons Black succeeds. It smells like a chosen disappearance. Some forms of black are decorative, black lace, black evening gowns, black high heels, but they still serve the charm, seduction, and the act of being looked at. But Garçons Black is not that kind of black. It is closer to armor, uniform, ink-dyed monk robe. So I think the most fascinating thing about Garçons Black is not whether it is pleasant in the traditional sense. And of course it is pleasant. It has this incense, smoky wood, a slightly bitter ink-like quality, and a dry, solemn beauty that is almost emotionally distant. So as a scent, it is beautiful, but its real achievement to me lies in translating black from a visual experience into a bodily attitude. It simply stands there quietly and tells the world in an almost indifferent way that I am here, but I do not need to unfold myself for you and for the world. So if you like a scent with a sense of boundaries, distance, and even a slight attitude of I do not want to be disturbed, then I think Garçons Black is truly special, and it is probably could be your scent. And that is my impression on this bottle, and I will see you in next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye.